Welcome to issue number 1 of the expense teardown. Money is one of the last great taboos. We readily talk about our diets, our routines, and our career goals. But when it comes to the exact numbers leaving our bank accounts every month, things go quiet. That changes today. The premise of this newsletter is straightforward. Every week on Sunday, we are going to open the hood on one real person's finances. We will look at their income, map out their monthly outflows, and perform a comprehensive teardown of where their money is actually going. Here is our ground rule. We tear down the expenses, never the person. This is not an adversarial space, and we are not here to judge. Personal finance is deeply human, often messy and intrinsically tied to our habits and environments. Instead of pointing fingers, we take a collaborative, critical look at the numbers to figure out what is working, where the leaks are, and how to systematically improve. By looking at real, unfiltered numbers from real people, we all learn how to build better financial systems. To kick things off, and before we dive into our first anonymous profile next week, let's lay down some groundwork. Regardless of your income level, avoiding common financial traps usually comes down to awareness. Here are 3 actionable tips you can implement right now to ensure you don't end up in a difficult financial spot. 1. Audit your ghost subscriptions. It is incredibly easy to sign up for a service and completely forget it exists. Those recurring $5, $10, and $15 monthly charges for streaming platforms, forgotten software trials, or digital memberships act as a slow leak in the hull of your budget. So, comb through your last 30 days of bank and credit card statements. Be ruthless and cancel anything you haven't actively engaged with in the last month. Isolate and plan for the emotional spend. A lot of financial advice fails because it ignores the reality that spending is often psychological. We buy things when we are stressed, exhausted, or celebrating. Trying to strictly eliminate all discretionary spending almost always backfires. The action. Identify your primary emotional spending trigger, e.g., ordering expensive takeout after a highly stressful day. Instead of trying to ban it completely, build a specific capped buffer for it into your budget. When it is accounted for, it stops being a surprise deficit. Implement the 48-hour rule for non-essentials. Impulse purchasing is the enemy of a targeted financial plan. When we buy in the moment, we are reacting rather than thinking critically about the value of the purchase. The action. If you want to buy a non-essential item over a certain threshold, for example, $50, force yourself to wait 48 hours. If you still genuinely want or need it after the window closes, make the purchase. More often than not, the urge will pass. Want your budget reviewed? We are looking for upcoming profiles. If you want a fresh, objective, and empathetic set of eyes on your budget, reply directly to this email to submit your expenses anonymously. Just submit it here, http forms.ely m77axyl2xt1gkq48. See you next week for our first deep dive.